Alright guys, early morning. This is something that I usually don't do because I go out and typically catch our bait for the day, but since we're targeting Sheepshead, of course Sheepshead don't eat greenbacks, so I'm here at Five Boys Bait and Tackle here in Ruskin, right next to the post office off of 401. Some friends of mine own this shop. I've known them for a few years now, and it's always good to support small business, local business. And they've got a great selection of shrimp, greenbacks, pinfish, anything that you need on your way to the boat ramp here in Ruskin or Apollo Beach. Stop by and see them. Like I said, Five Boys Bait and Tackle. If you need bait after hours, they're also available. I'm going to post up their phone number, so if you need bait, let's say you're going night fishing and they're not open, you can call them and they'll come in and open up the shop. Their business hours are 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. on Monday through Friday and 5 a.m. through 7 p.m. on the weekends. So they're open early and open late. So stop by and see them. We just finished catching bait, and I want to show you a cool little tool that we use when we're retrieving our anchor. I always drive ahead of the anchor anyway, but it's called an anchor ball retrieval. And Chad's going to demonstrate it for us and show you how it's done.
So we have the clevis, which you can put your rope into, and then you got your float, which pulls the anchor off the bottom. Just drop the clevis on the rope. Don't forget to clamp it, otherwise you'll be buying another one. And then you just put it in the drink. And as he drives, it'll go down the rope and lift that anchor up.
Like that, the anchor was stuck, and now it's on the ball.
So now you just retrieve the anchor on the surface of the water rather than pulling against all that surface weight, or the bottom.
Now that is a really cool trick, especially if you're if you don't have a spot lock trolling motor, or if you're an offshore guy. That trick with the anchor ball retrieval is pretty cool. That's actually the first time I've used it. Chad's used it in the past on some offshore boats, and he was like, wait until you see how easy it is. And
so easy a fat boy can do it.
Yeah, so it's so easy that he can do it. And I know that he was tired of pulling the anchor in the past, but if we ever have the circumstances where our batteries die or something happens with the trolling motor, we can still utilize that anchor ball retrieval system to make it so much easier. And I know offshore guys actually will drive with it, like a mile or two, and then when they get to the spot, they'll slack it off and the anchor will drop down, and they can get pretty precise with their anchoring. So it's pretty cool. Now we're gonna go try to catch some sheepshead.
Oh no.
I think we can do it, man.
Nemesis, the nemesis.
I think we can do it. Well, it's a nemesis because we don't fish for them.
Yeah, I know,
but let's go. And
we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
We're trying out some new technology today. I don't know if I'm going to talk about it too much or not. It just depends. But we've already kind of put it to use, and we marked how many spots within?
Oh, at least 5 or 6.
5 or 6, right out. Within. Yeah, on the way out, within close distance to the Skyway, which we didn't have. We weren't even close to these numbers. So we're going to try it out and see if it works. If it does, then I'll talk about it. But we'll see. So we're going to go at it and get some sheepies.
Make it happen.
So Chad, what did you say?
So Todd made these new swing jigs, and to me, when you look at the jig, it kind of looks like that guy on TV, the cartoon Stewie, from Family Guy. So now, from now on, these are going to be called Stewie jigs.
And what just happened when you set that strip down?
Dude, that thing hit the bottom, and it was thump.
But he didn't catch anything.
But I missed him.
Let's see what happens. This is a brand new spot that we've never fished. We use the technology that I was talking about earlier to actually find this spot, and it's I was able to get the boat right on it, and it's crazy. Remember, on the Sheepshead, you got to wait for him to take it.
He might have got it. Nope.
Let him take it.
I can't. So used to
this is gonna be a fun day.
Maybe you should call me Stewie.
Oh, come on, man.
Shrimp.
You got 10 dozen shrimp.
-1.
-1. This bubbler is so quiet.
Yeah,
you can't even hear it.
It's craziness.
Yeah. And it runs on AA batteries, which is really cool.
How many does it take?
2.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. I like it. I won't have to spend the weekend listening to it go in the hotel room all the time.
Oh, you can't have my bubbler.
Oh, I'll get another one.
I'm kidding. Oh, what do we have? What do we have?
Feels like a snapper. It's a grunt.
Where's the sheepshead? All right, we're gonna go see if we can catch a sheepshead. All right, what's going on, Chad?
Well, I dropped a shrimp looking for sheepshead.
Sheepshead. And have you had any luck?
I have not had any luck with the sheepshead.
But we keep catching these.
These keep getting in the way. The Stewie jig strikes again.
We've caught every single kind of fish except for a sheepshead. That's keeper grouper, or what would be a keeper grouper.
Yeah.
We're in 16 feet of water, and we just can't get the sheepshead. But the football jig,
the Stewie jig, is doing its job. I really dig the Stewie jig because it actually, you can feel, like if you put a bait fish out there on it, you can really feel that bait fish moving around, unlike you do with a regular jig head. It just has a different feel to it. I can't explain it, but I really like them. And like I said, we've caught all kinds of fish already this morning. Red grouper. Well, we haven't caught a regular snapper. Oh, Chad's on again. But I've got to say, this is a spot that him and I have never fished before. A baby gag.
Baby gag. You go from that big one to that one. But anyway, what I was saying was that it's incredible how well these jigs work. But we just haven't gotten the sheepshead yet. It's coming. I feel it. It's coming. I mean, we've caught sea bass, we've caught squirrelfish, we've caught grouper,
Squirrel.
We've caught grunts, but we haven't caught a mangrove snapper yet. But we haven't fished any of our regular spots. We haven't even gone to one. We've just been testing out this new technology that we're using, and we're finding all kinds of different spots. God, he's on again. He's interrupted me.
Grunt.
Another grunt. All right, well, I'm gonna get back to fishing. If anything changes, I'll let you know.
Fish more, catch more.
Yep, fish more, catch more. Well, right now, folks, we're in the major feed time, and every bait that's going down is getting hit, no matter if it's shrimp, white bait. Well, we haven't tried white bait, but pinfish, cut bait. I've lost a couple of big ones. Jumbo shrimp. Ooh, look at that. What I like to do is I like to hook them in the horn. Right before the brain, there's the brain that's the black spot. I hook them just like that and let them naturally go. I'm using a 3/4 ounce jig head, swing jig. We're still using the swing jigs. That's all we pretty well. Chad's using the regular jigs right now. swing jigs have worked out great. You can feel the bait fish and the shrimp when they're moving around. It's so different than using a regular jig. Uh-oh. Ah, stole me. He stole that big old shrimp.
Talked yourself out of that one.
As soon as I turned on the camera. While Chad's fighting that one, that's what I caught. That's a monster. Unfortunately, we have not gotten our sheepshead at all.
Not at all.
And I'm trying my hardest. I just suck at sheepshead fishing.
Apparently we just can't do it.
Snapper are here. The sheepshead are still avoiding me.
They're eluding us somehow.
But I told Chad I am determined to catch a sheepshead or more. But right now we've got a big snapper in the box. I think it's probably about 20-21 inches at least. And so the snapper are still biting. We've caught a bunch of snapper, just not a ton of big ones. But I think we're about to start getting into them here in just a minute. Well, as you saw, we didn't get any sheepshead. I think I'm going to have to try to change tactics a little bit though. I think I'm going to have to concentrate more on bridges, docks, things like that. I know that they're out on the structure, but we couldn't weed through the grunts and the snapper and the grouper. So I think next time we're going to try something a little bit different. But as you saw, we got into the grouper and the snapper pretty good. So that was nice. But I was discussing something new, a new technology that we're using. And it's actually a software that plugs into my Simrad machine. And we tried it out, and I was thoroughly impressed with it. It actually was able to let us mark about 20 to 25 new spots that we've never even fished before. So I'm in talks with the company now. I was very impressed with the system. So once I get everything covered with them, I'll announce who it is. And I love what they've got, and it's going to change the way we fish, and it could change the way you fish. Now, some people asked us about the swing jigs, how did we do with those and everything else. Well, as you saw in the video, I talked about the swing jigs and how much I really liked them, because you could feel that bait fish moving around. You could even feel the shrimp kicking when it was moving away from a fish. So I was really impressed with the swing jigs. I knew I would be, but I was very happy, and as Chad calls them, Stewie jigs. But anyway, ultimate fail on my part when it comes to sheepshead fishing. But we're going to get it. We are going to work this, and we are going to make sure that we get into some fish this next weekend. I'm bent on doing that. So if anybody has any suggestions, let me know. But again, thanks for watching. We announced our first giveaway winner this last weekend. If we still haven't heard from Victor, so we're going to give him probably another week or so to hear from him. If we don't hear from him, we're probably going to have to pick another winner. So we will keep you updated on that. The subscribership keeps growing. We're almost at 8,100 now. So I want to say thank you to everybody for subscribing and for entering the contest. We still have 2 more contests to go. And again, if you have any suggestions for us for sheepshead, let us know. Again, thank you for the support. As you know, we've got the swing jigs for sale on the TampaBayFishingChannel.com. We've got fluorocarbon leader. We've got some braided line coming in. We've got the bait cutter. So if you're needing any of those things, make sure you visit our website. Again, thank you for the support, and we'll catch you on the flip side.